And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio in our Uber production series, and we got the wall setup going. I wanted to engage this on camera and see if we did things right. So this. Oh, these are all backwards. Why are these backwards? Good Lord. Hey, look at that! It's a full belt. Three full belts. Nice. Go down here. All the way down here. They're loading up just fine. We will cross our fingers and hope that's enough. Anyway, now we need to work on the other two things. Now, we need basically a full belt of the piercing rounds and grenades. A full belt coming down here of each, and then split and merged onto each line. So that means 180 piercing rounds per second. That's a lot. That's a lot of these. So the basic ratio, the firearm magazine is basically 1 a second, and these are 3 seconds. So the ratio is 1 to 3. And we will try to eke out as much goodies as we can out of these, while trying our best. Because these cannot, I repeat, cannot be productivity modules, just like the walls. So, as far as this goes, we need all of these to be the same crafting speed. And we're going to need a whole lot of copper and steel. These are iron. These are going to be relatively easy. 4 iron a second. With a crafting speed of 14. I think we may just keep it at 14. Because if we start adding beacons in here, it's going to get crazy complicated. So a crafting speed of 14 means this is going to use 14 times 4. What was that? 30? No, 40 something. 4 times 14. 56 iron per second. So 3 of these setups is all we're going to be able to accomplish. Let's do you. Like that. Now, I might want to split these off by 4. Yeah. Control X and paste. Because we're going to load in something like that. So because we only need 1 steel, I think we'll be able to manage the steel like this. Copper, on the other hand, is going to require a whole lot. This will be iron. 56 iron a second, though. That is a lot of iron. We might want to just do this for the iron, and then do that. These are 3-second craft at 14. 3 seconds is 20 a minute. Okay. So that is 20, well, 3 seconds, and we have 3 of these. Okay, so that's pretty decent math. That's 5 a second on each one of these. Times 14, 5 times 14 is 70. 70 and 70 is 140, so I don't think we're going to be able to do 3 of these on one line. Because 70 and 70 is 140, another 70 is going to put us over the 180 a second that we're going to be able to push through here. So with this, one of these setups here is basically 1 a second, right? Yeah, it's basically 1 a second. Which means we're going to need 180 of these in order to make what we need to make. So how are we going to, first of all, offload these and power them? Well, if we do this and this, that would work. Those are fine. These need to be sideways. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We need a way to offload these. The trouble is going to be, I think we're going to do this and that. This, cut that. We're going to want an underground here supplying that, with this coming out here, that one there. These are going to be stretched down. This here. I'm trying to get this one right so I can just copy and paste the things and the stuff over here. So again, we're not going to be able to put more than 2 of these setups because of the copper demand. 5 copper every 3 seconds, which is 5 copper a second, because we have 3 of these. 5, 10 copper. Okay, we're going to be able to put a few more of these on here than I thought. No, I didn't take into account the crafting speed. 5 copper a second times 14. Yeah, that's 70 copper per second from these 2. Just these 2, 70 copper a second. I do believe that is right. Anybody out there who knows otherwise, please let me know, because my brain hurts. Let's paste that there. And that will be an entire belt's worth of copper and most of a belt's worth of iron. It's a little less on the iron because the iron is 4 a second times 14. That's 56. That's 112 for iron, but we can't put any more copper. So we're gonna need this one here is going to be the steel. Okay. This is going to be copper. We're going to need more copper down the line here. So let's try to integrate a offloading system for copper plate, where we can then branch this off. And send some more down the line, right? Send some more down the line. Like that. Get that oriented right. So when we paste another one of these, it's happy. Let's get these out of here. Let's put in these. We're going to want you and you. We're going to load this way here. We're going to underground that, underground that. Trying to make this tileable. So this will be copper. Steel is really not going to be used all that much. I mean, it's one steel. It's basically one steel a second for this whole block. So this is 2 steel a second for this whole block here. So we're going to be able to put a whole lot of these with just that one belt. I mean, one of these is 2 steel a second, right? No, it's more than that because, again, I don't take into account the crafting speed. So this is 1 steel a second times 14. So this is 14 steel. This is 28 steel. 180 divided by 28 steel per second is roughly 6 and change setups on this. And again, this is 1 piercing round of magazine per second with just one of these squares. So we're going to need 180 of these squares. That's going to be a vast amount of material. So how do we want to do this? Can we flip this whole setup and do this? Yes. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 a second now. Okay. 4 a second on this. 180 divided by 4 should be easy. 45. And we figured this is 1428. So if we figure we're going to need more steel in here somewhere, because 28 steel, so that's 45, 45, 1, 2, 3, 4 second. That's 45 blocks needed at 4 per second. Okay. Now, steel-wise is 28. We can only do 6 a line. So 6 of these will max that steel line out. And since we have decompression going on for our iron and our copper for every block, we can figure quite a lot of these. So 6 of these blocks, 6 times 4, that's 24 piercing rounds per second on one line of steel. And steel is actually going to be relatively easy to insert into here. Where do we want these to catch up? We need the gap in here. I think. Let's first just put down 6 of these. So there's 1. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 times 6. This here is 24 per second of. I think that's right, man. It feels to me like this is way more than I need, but I'm trying to fill a belt up with 180 per second, and that is hurting my brain. All the blinkiness really isn't helping. Let's get those powered and get those powered. All right, so yeah, I think. Yeah, this it's more than. It's got to be more than 4 a second because these. This is 3 a second. At crafting speed of 1. Okay, we're at crafting speed 14, so this is actually 14. So 1 a second here times 14, so that's 14. That's 28 per second. Okay, that makes more sense. 28 per second. 180 divided by 28 is 6.4. So yeah, this here is way more. I knew that I was doing something wrong here, math-wise. 1 of these per second. This group on the bottom here is 1 per second times 14, so that's 14 per second. This both groups is 28 per second, which means I need 6 and change of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and change means I don't need this setup further on. Okay, I don't need these last 2 groups here. I shouldn't need them. Now, is there enough steel coming down here for this? This is 14 per second of steel. So one line is 180 divided by 14 is 12. So yeah, this I've got 6 here. I'm using half of the belt of steel here. So that's I think this is right. I'm sure that there's probably some major thing that I'm missing here, but I'm gonna run with this. Let's actually space that out a couple. Give ourselves some space. Okay, so now the shenanigans ensue with the grenades. Grenades are fairly simple to craft, but again, they cannot be productivity moduled. So, let's see if we can't figure something out for the nades. Grenades. I know they're in here somewhere. They're there. Okay, again, crafting speed of 14. They are an 8-second craft which sadly is not divisible by 60. I don't think. I mean, 60 divided by 8. 7.5 seconds. 7.5 per minute. Okay. 7.5 per minute times 14 is 105 per minute. Grenades. So one of these can supply 105 per minute. Okay, divide that by 60. That's 1.75 per second. Ouch. So that means we are going to need 1.75 if we do 180 divided by 1.75. We're going to need 102 of these. Now, we could speed this up ourselves. We could use beacons in this. Let's see what a couple beacons would do for us. And we're going to need some power. Let's offset it on this side here. Well, let's do it on this side. Okay. Now we're up to 17.5. That really throws my numbers off, doesn't it? So if we look at this 8-second craft, so 8-second craft times with 60 divided by, oh no, it's hard for me to take the crafting time down. So 60 divided by 8 is 7.5 crafts per minute at 1. So times that by 17.5 is 131 131.25 per minute. Because we're going to run into issues with our coal supply. So both coal and iron will be fed in here via the decompressors, just similar to how I did up here. So 131.25, so we take 180 divided by, actually that's per minute, so 131.25 divided by 60 is, 2.1, we're basically 2.1875. I mean, that's really close to 2.2 per second. Okay, 180 divided by 2.2 is 81 crafters. That's a lot of crafters for grenades. Like, that's a lot of crafters. That's basically... we take this and we say you and you and you and you, and then we have a belt in between. Okay. Yeah, I do want to put these on this side. I decided. order for this to work, we need a decompressor. That. I like there to be a space, so we're gonna move this out one. It's a lot easier managing these when you can place a belt and force the directionality. And then these are gonna have a something like that. Okay, and then just a simple thing like that will offload it. So that is 40 crafters down the line. 40 of them. I'm glad I have the coal being mined locally, because man, this is going to use so much coal and iron, because yeah, these are going to use a ton of material. An absolute ton, which is why I like to keep these spaced, because then I can insert another line of iron and another line of coal down the line a little bit. But if we need 40 of these, we want to do this. If we smash this together, the next block is going to go over here. Not having these exactly... Well, let's do this and move these over so they're really, really on the edge. Oh yeah, you're bridging that. Forgot about that. Something like that. And then somehow, oh, see, this is unfortunate. Can I? Yeah, see, this doesn't work either. I could. Yeah, see, that is unfortunate, because then I could put another one of these here, and then it would tile really nicely. The only problem is these are going to be kind of in the way. So what I could do, I know this is bizarre. Where's my? I need more things. There we go. All the bots need to deliver me things. Oh, it's so dark. I really wish night vision like applied in the map view. That would be so nice. Let's paste those. I'm waiting for modules. I ran out of modules. There they go. Okay. We're gonna have to swap which one gets what here. I'm sure there are probably bots. Yeah, see, this bot is cooking right along there. Yeah, these have taken me quite some time. I didn't think it was going to take me this long to automate all of these. So you can go out this way and this way, but these are going to be swapped So this is going to have to be here. And this one is going to have to be here. Like so. That doesn't work too well, does it? Oh, woe is me. I can probably take these down one. And then I can move these up. No sense in being all cramped about it. Now I can move this back up. I might have to go up one more. Once I have the design down, from that it'll be easy. Just don't compress yourself too much. If you try to make a really tight, compact setup, that's where problems like this happen. It's just like, oh, how do I maneuver all of this stuff in here? Because these are going to have to go up now too. And then trying to eke this in here somewhere. Like right there. Do I have enough? Yeah, see, I don't... This is just bad. I'm just going to start over from scratch. Start over. Put these close. So I can get an underground under there. Like so. And then all of my other stuff can be out here somewhere. So, let's put you way up here, you up here, and then we can keep with that pattern going down the line. Like so. Now, is there enough space? There's just enough space. Do this. Oh, I missed one. 2, 3. Okay, and then you can go over just with belts. But you have to be undergrounded. Okay. That works, and they're all powered. Okay, so now that I have that, I can just copy, flip, and rotate, and it should line up perfectly. Oh, that is much better. Much, much better. All right, well, I'm going to let this stuff build, and I'm going to build a long line of these and hope for the best. But yeah, we'll come back and engage all of this. I'm gonna get the trains set up and ready to go. And once the trains are ready to go, I can start filling all of these with the proper materials, and we can then run all of the stuff that we need to get all this to work. So that's gonna do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.